Let me just set the microphone up a little bit here. Give me a second. Microphone, audio input. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Let's turn that down a touch. Beautiful. All right. Center our windows a little bit. Just a moment, folks. I'm doing fine too, Kishan. Thank you. All right. And we will do this as well. Perfect. Okay. Aw, nice. Not actually Dhanish. Thank you so much for your comment. That means a lot. So let's have a little bit of fun. Let's build something fresh and new. Clear our workspace there. We're going to start with a load checkpoint node. Drag that on over to the K sampler. We're going to do a basic, not so basic, AI video workflow, like a image to video or something to that effect. Yes, I am quite tired. You are correct. Oh, thank you, AI Horror Animation. Yeah, I've definitely been playing with different styles. Ready. It's here. With the headphones and whatnot. Continue. Road tried. Tired as hell over here. Yeah, that's for sure. It's like, what choice do we have, you know? So this song, I'm not a huge fan of. I used Suno AI, suno.com, to generate like a vaporwave playlist recently, and some of the tracks it gave me were great. Some of them kind of sucked, but I used them anyways, and I made about a 30-minute long playlist that I can kind of just loop around on stream here with. It gets the job done, but some of the songs are just like, what is this? This isn't relaxing. This isn't what I signed up for. But it's okay. Got that right. Just a few more hours until I can make that happen. All right, we're going to need a video combine right on there. Drag our decode into that. Set the frame rate to 12. H.264 will do just nice. And for our K sampler, we'll set steps to 12, CFG to 2. Sampler name will be LCM. And schedulers SG. Let's convert our seed to an input. This way we can globalize our seed as opposed to having to declare it right here in the K sampler. By declaring it globally, we can transmit it to other nodes that might need that same information later on. So it's quite helpful to have that ability. We'll use a node called Seed Everywhere by the Use Everywhere node pack, UE nodes, I guess. And it's super helpful. I use it a lot. So we'll just do like a random number. We'll set it to fixed. And we'll plug it in like so. So let's take a look and see if we're at least generating an image at this point. We should be. A delicious pineapple. All right. Let's see what we get. Do it now, I'm ADHD. Do what now? And beautiful, our workflow is working. It's kind of cool looking. It's got this weird, like, spiral pineapple thing going on in the back. Like, what's that esoteric symbol that, like, spiraling out? It's on the tip of my tongue. Fibonacci sequence? I think that's what I'm thinking of. On Nature's Peace, thank you so much. So we're going to place our positive and our negative prompts above our settings nodes, just so they're all grouped accordingly and easy to find. Color code them red and green to denote positive and negative, respectively. And we're going to give ourselves an upscale node, upscale image, that we'll be using later. And we will change width and height from widgets into inputs, because we're going to want to take that information from our globally declared width and height. And have I already done so? No, I haven't. We got to do that on our empty latent. So on our empty latent, we'll convert the width and the height to inputs, as well as the batch size, because we're going to want to declare all three of those globally. So we'll do that. And then we will give ourselves a literal integer node with which we can just declare whole numbers. So for the width, we'll just do 320. For the height, we'll do 560. And lastly, for the frame count, we'll just leave it at 60 for now. And I'll title these so we know what we're looking at. Frame count. And we got height. And we got width. Whoops. Shit. I didn't mean to close it. That's a pity. I didn't save it. I hit Control W accidentally. That effing sucks. Always save your workflows, folks. Alright, let's try and get back up to speed real quick. I'll get back to where I was and I won't explain it. So we got load checkpoint. Okay, sampler. Positive, negative. Come on. Sorry about this, folks. Alright, we got our K sampler. We're gonna seed to input, seed everywhere. Beautiful. Put that over here. Fixed. And we will do latent decode, because we're going to decode it from latent space. Plug that into the load checkpoint. Blah, 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 blah. Alrighty, beautiful. 12.2 LCM. SGM. Exquisite. Is this going to work? Plain apple is my favorite test to run. And no, it will not work because we don't have empty latent. So let's set that right there. And we should be off to the races. We are not. Oh, Comfy UI, why are you not working? Hang on, folks, can restart Comfy. I've at least saved my progress, though, this time. Thank you for saying height and not height. You're very welcome. Oh, boy. Follow M back. Fallow M back. Elizabeth123, thank you very much for saying well done. Are we any better off now than we were? What? I don't understand. Why is this not functioning? this. Oh, that's why. Is it? Model VAE. What the hell? Cached? Interesting. Okay. Maybe it just needed a preview image node. Interesting. Okay, well, it seems like we're back in business. Let's continue, shall we? So where were we? We need to, yes. Manipulate an image should be inputs. 2, 3, 320, 560, and 60. Sick. Scale image. Convert widget inputs. Whoop whoop. Host, can I talk to you? Am from Pakistan. Yeah, you're more than welcome to talk to me here in chat. What's on your mind, bud? What is on your mind? Alright, so where were we? We're gonna move these up here. I'm gonna frequently save my progress this time after what just happened. So we're gonna need a video combine node. Oops, that video combine. And again, 12 frames, H.264. Beautiful. And we're gonna want an animate diff stack, so let's do that right now. Laura, LCM, 19. Alrighty, beautiful. I know I'm kind of moving at the speed of light here, folks. Hope it does not affect your site. You mean what I'm currently doing? It's very possible that it is affecting my site, but it's what I'm passionate about, and so I continue. Evolved sampling, and we're going to set up our animate diff stack real quick. Kind of out of order here, but that's okay. It's all going to coalesce into the same final result anyways. So we need our animate diff models. Motion model will be SD15T2E. Our motion LoRa, which is optional, will be the zoom in LoRa, my personal favorite. Just leave that at 1 for now. The motion scale dynamic is 1.0 is perfect. We will do our context options. This basically ensures that our video ends up being a perfect loop as opposed to a hard cutoff at the end. So, and then let's make this square root linear for the beta schedule. And we should be ready to actually animate something now, finally. It's hand jumping. So let's give it a shot. Cue prompt. And we'll see what we get. Comfy UI have a subscription fee? No, it does not. It is completely free to use. What will not be free, however, is the hardware needed to run it. So you're going to want to invest in a pretty good computer, pretty good graphics card. Aiden on YouTube says hi. Hey Aiden, how's it going? Alright, we have a dancing people turning into pineapples, I suppose. It's not the best video in the world, but it's evidence that our workflow is functional, which is all we need. This does make me wonder, though. I should probably set a negative prompt. Something like NSFW, nude, just so we don't get any results on stream that are going to get me flagged. So we'll type that in. And what else shall we do from here? We should do a control net. We'll do the control net. So we'll set this right on up here. We'll plug it into our prompts. that down. Actually, we'll do a reroute so we can move these around, because we're going to have other nodes that want this information later on. So it's nice to have a reroute ready to receive it. Okay, reroute this as well. Not quite yet, actually. So let's move that over there. Let's do our IP adapter real quick. So unified loader. Okay, IP adapter. And the model will go through here and then into a reroute. Perfect. And that will go finally into the case sampler. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's give ourselves an image to give to the IP adapter so that it knows what to actually look at and render. Let's go to our reference folder of myriad photographs, and I think we will just use, gosh, what should we use? So many options. So many options. How about we use this rolling green hill scene? I think that's pretty good. Okay. We'll load video path right there. This will be line art for now. Perfect. Okay, so we'll also want a video to trace over with our control net. Hey, thank you so much, Jay Craviero. And thank you too. So what? This, I think, will do just nicely. Let's try and play with this. Ooh, pretty cool here. So we have this. We want it to be cropped, yes. And we also want this to be cropped as well. So let's see what we get with that. Hello, Shaylee. How's it going? How long have you started working with Stable Diffusion? I guess I would say I started with all of this back around like February of this year. I was playing around with generative AI before then, mostly just making images with Midjourney and things like that. But I'd say about February of this year is when I started taking all of this very seriously. The whole Comfy UI, Stable Diffusion, Animate Diff, just getting as comfortable as I could with it, no pun intended, because Comfy UI is like super powerful, capable. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Isn't that cool, you guys? So what I basically did just here and now is I combined these two elements on the right. Here, I'll put this over here. Yeah, basically 1 + 1 = the thing on the right. Isn't that dope? Pretty sick. Yeah, so where to go from here? Well, I suppose I could. Hey, thank you so much. Yes, very dope indeed. How's about I take this and toss it into runway. Let's have some fun with runway. A fun new feature that they just released. Video to video, it's very, very cool. Let me first start by prepping my new video so that I can just drop it right into runway. We will take our video, pop it right there, cue that up, flip it on its side because runway is only 16 by 9, unfortunately. And we will go to runway and we'll load our video right on in. Beautiful. Change to credits mode so that we can get our results faster. Have you delved into how the AI works behind the scenes? No, I can't say I really have. I mean, there seems like a really deep rabbit hole there to explore and to figure out, but I know enough about it to get the results that I want, I guess I would say. But I'm very, very interested in the inner workings of it. It's a very mysterious technology to, I think, a lot of us. Let's turn this into fried chicken. I've been obsessed with fried chicken lately, and I don't know why, but we're going to turn these rolling hills into fried chicken. So we will take my prompt that I have sitting in the wings, pop that on right there, 85, and we'll also bump it up to 100 as well. Oh, you know what though? This is not the frame rate that I would prefer. Let's interpolate this to double what it's currently at. Actually, no, maybe it's fine. No, it's not. It's really not. So I'm going to film VFI this. We're going to 2x it in the multiplication, and that's going to give us a 24 frame version of our video. And then we're going to pop it back into runway. We'll still see what it produces here. It'll still be interesting to look at. But it's not going to be cool enough for my needs. I'm still excited to see what it looks like though. But let's give ourselves a 24 frame per second video to really work with here. Okay, it's all done. Beautiful, much better. So we take that now, then we pop that on in. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this is gonna be sick, isn't it? Yes, sir, this is going to be dopeness. Let's play with this. Let's play with this. Let's play with this. Ooh, look at that. That's crazy looking. These are very interesting to look at. Oh, wow. Check these out, folks. Check this out. It's crazy. So much fun. Endless amount of entertainment, I tell you. I tell you what. So from here, yes, I agree. Let's get Los AI. How's it going? Very, very cool process indeed. And a highly addictive one at that. Man, those textures, though, are just unmatched. Look at that. To the degree that it can come through on stream, folks, this is breathtaking. Let's look at this one right here. That's so crazy looking. It looks so real. Can we make it extra crispy? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Looks like an overbaked chicken in the oven. And the results thereof. Oh, this one. Damn. It's so cool. It's like gross, but it's cool. Alright, let's proceed, shall we? Let's, what should we do? Let's make more weird morphs. Let's just basically continue doing what we're already doing because we're obviously onto something here. Let's take this video and play with this. Yes, I think this will do just nicely. Let's give it a try, shall we? So we'll take the frame count. We will plug that on into our latent image as the declarative global frame count for our project. Oh, thank you so much, Nico, I'll just say Nico. I really appreciate that. Yeah, a lot goes into getting it to the quality that I expect it to be. I upscale it multiple times, you know, I do a lot of polishing at the very end with it, so. Looks like small seeds also. Yeah, there are some like seed-looking things in here, aren't there? What's your PC rig for that? I'm running an NVIDIA 4090 at the moment. Oh, this is way too many frames. Let me cancel that out. Let's do 12 FPS for that guy. And we'll rerun our prompt. Like so. What I tried to do just now is I tried to paint over this video with the control net, but I tried doing so at its original frame rate, which, given the amount of frames in the video, is quite a lot. So I forced the frame rate down to 12 FPS, which will basically give me a much lower batch of frames to have to render out within Comfy. It's going to be a lot quicker to render, a lot less resource intensive, and I can basically just interpolate the results out at the very end just to bump it back up to that clean frame rate that you see. What do we have here? Well, it's not as in. Oh, here we go. There's the results. Look at that. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now the chicken's gonna cook inside that robotic cube. Yes, exactly. Let's play with this one, shall we? Actually, you know what I might do is just take this, and credit for this video honestly belongs to another user on Threads, I think it was, Instagram or Threads, and I really wish I remembered their name off the top of my head. I apologize, but I can't remember, but I typically just kind of play around with this privately. Like, I don't, my aim is not to just go off and, I don't know, steal this. I really just use it in a playground setting because it's just so cool to look at, and I wish I could have created something like this myself, but at the moment I cannot, and so I use what I can find. Let me change the song again. Not a fan of this tune. Beautiful. Okay, so back to what we're doing. Let's take this video though and bring it into Runway. So we're going to prep it. We're going to flip it on its side, like so. Oh, let's, it's already at proper frame rate. Let's do that, let's do that, do that. Okay. Restart Comfy. Hey, eleganceclub.ai, how are you? Thank you, Scap Taylor, I appreciate you. Alright, let's try this again. Round 2. Let's take our cubey looking weird image thing and let's pair it for Runway, because this could be very, very cool potentially. Let's give it a shot. Take that. plug it on in and see what we get. See what we get. I thought you were using the image to vid morph technique. What is the morph technique? That sounds interesting. So we're going to do a couple generations here. One at 50%, the other at 100. And then the last one at like 15. What this slider down here basically does, and I know that you can barely see it on stream, but this determines how much or how little Runway will pay attention to the original structure of your video. So the lower it is generally, the more it will adhere to the edges and contours of your video, and the higher you set it, the more it allows Runway to actually dream and hallucinate. Very, very similar to a control net inside of Comfy UI, by the way. In fact, that's pretty much what it is a control net, a very, very sophisticated one. Can you personally teach me to do this? I'll cash app you every time. You know, I'm actually thinking of setting up a consultation type of service. I think that could help a lot of people. So my answer is actually yes, but hit me up like in the DMs and we can talk about it more. And yeah, I kind of just want to set up, I don't know, like a Calendly environment or something where I can just like take in appointments and then just do the consulting type of thing for people. I think it would be really, really cool. But yeah, these are not looking very chickeny. No, sir. Yeah, I would say these are a big fail. That's not chicken. That's not even close. Well, it was worth a shot. It certainly was. Let's move onward, shall we? Let's play with another favorite of mine. We'll play with this one right here. And in fact, maybe I'll just take this and manipulate it directly in Runway because it's just so much easier, isn't it? So we'll find the short version of it. Where are you? Where are you? Videos of Nikocado and all that good stuff. Okay, this should be good. So we'll take this, we will plug it back into Comfy, prep it for Runway, which is basically the act of just rotating the video and setting it to the right resolution that it likes to use. So, because again, it doesn't support 9:16 yet, which is a pity, it's a shame, but we have workarounds, folks. At least I do. The chicken got wings and fly away. Yes, exactly. Okay, so I have a better intuition about this one. For one thing, it's already like black and white. It's already in a state that can be easily analyzed, at least in terms of like depth mapping and things like that. So I really think we'll get something better than this. This is just nothing. It literally just like recolored the blocks. Like it didn't add any new textures or anything interesting. Not like the ones up here. Like, it's like night and day. Look at that. I mean, that literally looks real. This looks like I'm baking something in the oven. It's like practically flawless. It's so fucking cool. Hey, who's he? How's it going? All right, 41% on that. Meanwhile, let's make something fun. We will change this to depth. Set the strength down to 5, I would say. 0.34 for N%. And let's just have some fun. We're going to combine this wavy figure with our green hills, and we will see what the result is. Looks real, yes, I would have to agree. It looks very real. Eerily real. So we have two things running right now. We're doing our Gen 3 Runway, and we also have some really cool rolling hills on deck, and I can tell this one's gonna be sick. Ooh, let's take a look and see what we got. Okay. Not really chicken, but it's still cool to look at. Kind of like a bronzish, goldy, like melted bronze. I don't know how to describe it. Maple syrup, honey. It's cool looking. It's definitely cool looking. We live in amazing times, folks. Let's turn this into strawberry jelly. Strawberry jelly. Delicious strawberries. And we'll set that strength way up high. Let's see what we get again. All right. I feel like eating it. Yes, it looks very appetizing. Like legitimately. That's something that Comfy's amazing and animate diff and all of that, but the textures that Runway seems to be putting out lately are just incredible. Ooh, this is beautiful. I love how this looks. This is really nice. After a proper upscale, this would look really, really pretty. I like what I'm looking at a lot. Cup of coffee made out of jelly. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I don't know how to describe it. It's exactly yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I don't even know how to describe my own page, so that should tell you something. So our results are almost done. Let's play with a few more ideas though as well. Let's do like yarn. Do yarn. And we'll do like claymation. That would be sick too. Generation blocked? Why? That's weird. Let's try that again. Sometimes it'll just like arbitrarily block or reject. Yeah, just reject outright the prompt, which is insane because I'm using one of the preset prompts. There's no reason it should be rejected. Oh, Runway. Let's try one more time. Generate. Okay, what if I turn the strength to something else? No, huh? That's insane. Okay, well. Let's try Puppet. Okay, that one worked. Very, very weird. Well, that's fine. Wavy Hills, I will name that. Which checkpoint model do you usually use? I really like... Well, right now I'm actually using Absolute Reality, which is an LCM model. But I typically use something like Realism by Stable Yogi. I really like Realism. It's a really good, solid model. Keep that good work motivation. Thank you. Aww. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you stopped in, Craviero. I hope I'm pronouncing that even remotely correctly, but thank you for stopping in. Sleep well. Why blocked? Yeah, no, I don't know. There's no reason for it to be blocked. I'm using one of its built-in prompts. But that's how it goes, you know? That's how the BS goes, as they say. Ooh, these are kind of nice. Get down with that. That's pretty sick. That a lot. So interesting. Let's turn this into Italian pasta, meatballs, and marinara tomato sauce. Let's go a step further even. We'll take our new generation here. We'll prep this for Runway because it's a little more visually interesting. We will also interpolate it up to 24 frames a second. Oops, 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 fudge. That's not what I wanted. I gotta make sure all my settings are properly in place before hitting that Q prompt. Don't I? Well, that's okay. Let's restart Comfy. What I forgot to do is I forgot to force the rate back to its native 12 FPS. We want to make sure it's running off of that. So, try that again, shall we? And while that's loading, we will take a look. Ooh, this one's cool. Hey, I'm good. How are you? Hey guys. Hey Karen. I'm excited to see the Italian pasta prompt. I really like Italian food, and I like making AI art out of Italian food. Okay. Got about 20 minutes left on the clock, folks. Just as a heads up. But we're about to make something very cool, I think. I don't think this will be that great, but let's take a look. Okay, well, it's interesting, but I know that it can be improved. So we're about to do just that. This is kind of interesting, though. I like whatever it is. It's not what I asked for, but it's cool. The green is mesmerizing. Oh, I know. You mean like this right here? Super mesmerizing. Let's plug this in right there. And then let's see if we get better results this time around. Because this time they're not like just the edges of the waves are a lot more interesting now for Runway to work with. As you can see, they're not just straight lines or straight cut lines. They're accentuated by like flowers and little buds everywhere on the green one. So I think that's going to add a lot more variety to our result. Ooh, peanut butter jelly. That's a good one. Let me try that. Peanut butter and jelly. Delicious peanut butter and jelly. Let's try that. I think these will be really cool. Obviously, the possibilities here are like endless in the truest sense of the word. Look at this crazy workflow that we built tonight, you guys. It's pretty capable on its own. But then Runway just takes it to a whole new level, doesn't it? Hey, Shaylee, how's it going? Right, 62%. We are almost there, almost home free. So let's queue up another photo, something a little grosser. Let's go a little more in my preferred direction of things. So we'll play with this, I think. Our old friend right here. Plug that right on in. And let's let her rip. Let's see what happens if we run the prompt just by changing that image. Sleepy. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. Okay, now we're getting somewhere much more interesting. Oh my god, that's so cool. Dude. What do y'all think? This is crazy to look at. It's got the meatballs, some weird Alfredo sauce. I mean, still, it's not really pasta. Not that I can recognize anyway, but it's beautiful. Oh man, what is this? This is way off base. This isn't pasta at all. This is terrifying. Ooh, this one looks nice. Ooh, peanut butter and jelly. Dude, now this one looks nice. Yeah, it does still look pretty cool. This is so cool. I love what this looks like. The lighting is like on point. The peanut butter even has some like chunkiness still to the unprocessed peanuts and stuff. It's really sick. I mean, the jelly is the only thing that is like vaguely unnatural looking. It looks a bit like, gee, I don't know, more like paint if anything, but practically edible. I mean, the peanut butter looks completely edible. I would eat that. But yeah, it's like a 95% where I want it to be. It's really sick. Let's do creepy zombie flesh bleeding gum. I'm just going full ham here. I don't think it's gonna get too like graphic, but Runway doesn't really get too intense. But let's see what we get if we just type something that's a little creepy and Halloween themed. This is a total departure. Total 180. Let's see what we have going on over here now. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So this is what we've yielded in our comfy workflow. I think if I change it from absolute reality to realism by Stable Yogi, we'll get some slightly more interesting results, in my opinion. I think realism is a little better for like the creepy stuff, the creepy decay and whatnot, which I really enjoy on my page. I just really love this one, you guys. Isn't this cool looking? I love how that looks. I'm gonna upscale that and play with it later. Let's upscale Film VFI. This is the right. Okay, let's do post workflow. Right. Yes, that will be wonderful. I have so many tabs open, you guys. Okay, so here is our zombie that we're working on. And let's see what Runway gives us. Hey, Miss Muthu, how are you? It's kind of green. I don't know why it's so green. It's pretty psychedelic looking. A little too colorful for my taste, but it's interesting in its own right. I tend to like it. I don't like it as much as this. This is like the winner here for my money. Nice. Okay. All right. Looks like slime. Yes, yes it does. Creepy bloody slime. Metallic green, yeah. Let's turn this into buildings, skyscrapers, traffic, bustling city life. Just like a total left field kind of thing. I want to see liquid buildings moving around. Doesn't that sound sick? Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Almost done here with the peanut butter and jelly, which I'll probably put on my Instagram, to be honest with you. It's really sick results. Yes, David, I agree. Very cool. Nature's Peace, yes, I am pretty tired, but I'll be logging off in just a few minutes. About 8 minutes or so is the amount of time you have me for from here, and then I am gone. Gone, baby, gone. How far along are we in this process? What I'm doing here, if it's not obvious, and I can't imagine it would be obvious, because I'm not really explaining much right now, but I've taken our video here, and I've decided to interpolate it. And what that means is I'm taking it from its base of 24 frames per second and bumping that up to 60 frames per second. Well, technically 72, but then I'm going to down interpolate from there so that it ends up at 60. Interpolating is basically the act of inventing new frames in between frames, which is very useful when it comes to taking a low frame rate video and wanting it to be 60 frames. You basically let the AI come up with its own idea of what the frames should look like in between frames. And in doing so, you bump that frame rate way up, and it looks really good depending on the interpolator that you use. It depends on the model, but this film VFI right here is like pretty much second to none in my experience. It's really powerful, but it requires more resources as well. But I really like it. FilmNet FP32, whatever the hell that means. That is the package that I'm using. Alright, let's see what we get here. Is this going to be interesting or not? Okay. Has potential. It's still a little too green, which is probably because of the input of the floral elements. So maybe to get around that, we're just going to put in the other video that we were using, which is which is what? I think it's this. Yes. Let's try that out. Yeah, alrighty. Meanwhile, interpolation's almost done. Oh, you're very welcome, Barack West. My pleasure. Trying to explain it the best that I can. Which I think over time is getting better. I think the more that I use these tools, I'm getting more comfortable actually explaining how things work. Which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to be able to wield information like that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We will play with this for sure, for certain. Let's upscale that. And then put it on Instagram, basically. Because that's really realistic looking. Let's put on some different music for the last 5 minutes of our stream, just to mix it up a touch. There we go. Well, 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 if it ain't the Looper Man in the flesh. That is I. And I should be asleep, but I'm not. I'm probably about to be, though, as we come up on the hour here. 4 minutes to go, and I will be signing off. But I hope that you guys got something out of this. That is my intention. I know it's not a thorough or a comprehensive type of course, but in the time that I am given with you, I really do what I can to explain my process, and I know I gloss over a lot. Just naturally with something like this, you kind of have to. Oh, thank you, Kenny. I really appreciate you, man. That's awesome. I do what I can, you know? Not a big fan of this one. That is ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. This one's pretty cool, though. It's definitely not like an edible peanut butter and jelly, but it's really cool looking. It's very, like, jelly-esque. It has a little too many ridges for my palate, but hey. Someone's gotta eat it. You know what? This one's really cool, too. This one's really cool, too. I think I'll upskill that as well. Oh, shoot. Whatever. Right. Very satisfactory. Agreed. Delicious. I do eyeballs. I'm just gonna see what happens if I throw eyeballs at the thing. So let's let that render, and I think that will be our last render, folks, and then I'm gonna sign off. But as always, I've enjoyed your company. I always do. Trim the last frame. And we are going to interpolate this, yes. Actually, get image, count. We're going to want to trim off that final frame after the interpolation, so plug that in here. And we are going to want to do some simple math. We're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to do A minus 1. So basically, the total amount of frames minus 1, because we want to hack off that final frame after the interpolation, because it's a duplicate of the first frame. And lastly, we're going to want to re-batch our images. Convert that widget to an input, so we have the images in question, which are coming off Film VFI, and then what's the actual batch size? Well, that's the one that we just came to with our math. It's total batch size minus 1. And now finally we can take that and plug that in to our video combine. And let's let that run. Let her rip. Now we have a nice PB&J finally. Really high resolution. My goodness, doesn't get much more high res than that, folks. That's crazy to look at on my screen. Really crazy to look at. That's going right on my Instagram shortly. Let's upload it to my drive for later use on my phone. And bada bing, bada boom. It is what it is. What is the node-based program called? It's called Comfy UI. Comfy UI. Should see the name of the program right at the top of your screen there. That's kind of interesting. Still, it's doing a lot of like red and green neons, which I'm not a huge fan of. But now that I'm looking at the original input video, I'm realizing why that is, and it's because the colors are red and green. So I can't exactly blame Runway for selecting those colors, but that's okay. And without any further ado, folks, what is the node base? Oh yeah, no problem, Nico. Hey, K-Sony, how's it going? Alright, folks, I'm going to be logging off here. It is very late for me, and I must get some rest. But I've very much enjoyed having you here. What is Runway? Runway is an AI video website that you sign up for and use. It's runway.ai. .ml, and it's really, really cool. I would highly suggest looking into it, especially if you don't want to get wrapped up in all this like comfy UI node-based stuff, which is very fun, but definitely has a steeper learning curve. Yeah, I would suggest just checking out Runway. It's a really fun alternative. Oh, thanks, Nature's Peace. I appreciate you. Sweet dreams to you too. And to the rest of you, thank you again for stopping in, and I love you very much. And I'll see you again, hopefully soon. Definitely soon. I just can't say when, but I'll see you later.